Welcome back to Craig's Cabin. Today I'm going to be up here in Orr near Fairlight, and we're going to go to North Seat and just explore a little bit of this small part of Hastings Country Park. So let's jump into the video. So, sorry about this. So, back out doing the come with me videos, or come with us videos, just because I need to do these little walks first for our volunteer sessions. And today I've come up into Orr, a light area, because I just dropped my son off for his work experience. But we are going to go up to North Seat and venture off towards the country park. But before we do that, see these little plants here? We've got to make sure we only pick the petals. We leave the little pods on, only the petals. Now these are gorse, G-O-R-S-E, and they smell a little bit like coconut. And when you eat them, they actually taste like peas, which is quite nice. Now when me and my son were walking from Bulverhive to Battle, he was snacking on them all the way. An interesting thing about gorse though, I found that when I cook it with a little bit of sugar, the taste changes to coconut. Right, so we're just gonna come through here. Let's see where this goes. I'll show you guys. I am sorry about the wobbly camera, but it is just my phone. Oh, this goes to the same place that I was going to go anyway. Oh, low bridge. Let's go under there. Loads of holly and brambles about still. Lots of ivy. Wow. As you can see, the Craig's Cabin machine's over there. Now there's paths down there. See, Hastings Country Park Nature Reserve, and this is gate 7. So if you have to call up the ranger, you just quote at gate 7 for North Seat. It's quite boggy here today, but right. So this is the Hastings Country Park Nature Reserve. It goes all the way down to the East Hill near Hastings Town Centre, comes up through Fairlight, through Ecclesbourne Glen, Fairlight Glen, Warren Glen and the Fire Hills. But we are also in the country park. We're up here at North Seat, and this is the highest point in the area, and we'll see if we can discover what part it played in history of mapping. There's the East Hill lifts there, down at the East Hill. It's the radar station. And there we go. How did we find our way? Did we use a map to find our way here? No, we didn't. I pulled in the car. So in 1787, General William Roy, the Board of Ordnance, arrived here on a mission to solve a dispute over the exact positions of the Royal Observatories at Greenwich and Paris. The French claimed that the latitude and longitude differences between them were incorrect. To do this, he used a spectacular great theodolite built by Jesse Ramsden, the leading instrument maker of the day. It took 3 years to build. The 3-foot long theodolite was mounted on a 32-foot, 10-meter high tower and used to take triangulation observations across the channel to landmarks in France. This survey led to the realisation of Roy's lifelong ambition to create a superior map of Britain unparalleled in accuracy. The Ordnance Survey mapping of Britain began in 1791, when the first Ordnance Survey maps were published in 1801. People were astonished at the detailed bird's-eye view of the landscapes previously only available from hot air balloons. So if you could find the triangulation station or trig point here at North Seat, there is also one on the East Hill. There we go. So this windy hill was the perfect site for a windmill, and it once stood here between 1819 and 1869 until it was destroyed by a fire. And a seat fitting 12 people was erected here in 1870 by botanical illustrator Marianne North in memory of her beloved father Frederick North, the Liberal Member of Parliament for Hastings. This location on Fairlight Down has been known as North Seat ever since. And Marianne was an adventurer and artist like no other. She painted over 1,000 different species of plants, and she travelled independently around the world, an astonishing achievement for a Victorian lady. A staggering of 832 of her paintings are also displayed in her namesake's gallery in Kew Gardens. A lot of history just in this one spot. So this is North Seat. They've got a memorial bench here, and this is the little map. I don't know how good you'll be able to see it, but it's the English Channel. There's the White Rock Pavilion, and this is all Fairlight Glen here. There's marks for Winchelsea, Dover, Canterbury, Cape, Greeness, Dungeness, Rye, Dover, Winchelsea, Rye, Canterbury, Maidstone, John O'Groats, London, Brighton, Gatwick, Quebec. So from this point here, approximately, Quebec is 3,200 is the easiest way for me to say it, 3,200 miles. And if we go around just a little bit more, New York from this spot is approximately 3,500 miles apparently. So just under, yeah, 3,500 miles. We've got Pevensey and Bexhill, Beachy Head. So still got a little bit of time left, and we're going to go see how far we can get into the country park and back before I have to leave. So let's carry on our little walk, shall we? Right, put my glove back on. So this is North Seat. I have to tread carefully, so I'm going to slip on my backside. I've got to keep an eye on the time as well. But we're going to just leave North Seat behind, and we're going to go over here. So, oh, not so. I'm trying to hold this steady as I can while I'm walking. It is freezing cold. Look at all the gorse everywhere. I haven't got my foraging pouch either. This is a bit of a bum, I normally carry it. So the picnic site is about 350 metres at Fairlight Road. So let's go. Let's see if we can go through the country park to get to the Fairlight Road picnic area. So all the bracken, all the gorse. Now, a lovely thing to make with the gorse is butter icing. So if you cook the gorse with a little bit of sugar and then mix it into your butter icing, you give it that coconut taste in the butter icing. And you could also use it to decorate as well. Now, this path is, I don't know if you can hear it, probably can if I shut up for a minute. It's squelchy underfoot, but underneath the layer of squelchiness is some hard rock, some bedrock. So it's not bad, but if I was to slip it would hurt. Oh god, the wind's getting up as well. So I'm quite glad I cancelled the walk for today, because we were meant to go into Bexhill Highwoods, but with the high winds of over 50 miles an hour, oh god blimey, yeah, over 50 miles an hour, it's a real danger for a tree to come down. So there's the bridle way, just there, and you can see it's well walked. And you get to cross over there, the footpath, and go that way as well. But we are going this way, following this path. To get to a bit of more sturdy footing, I'll spin the camera around. See, I know exactly where I'm going. Caution, loose livestock. Dogs must be kept on leads. Right, now if I remember, the last time I came across this field, there was a bull. So I've got to be keeping my eye out. But let's spin the camera around if I can press the button. There we go. Put my glove back on. There we go. Wow, what a lovely, cold, blustery day it is here in Hastings. Let's switch hands. There we go. That's a better view. You guys can keep an eye out for the bull. I don't think he's in here. I think he's been moved to another field, because all I'm seeing is sheep's poos. So I could be wrong, but I think he's been moved on to another field. This is another walk that I want to do when the weather starts to warm up, dries out a little. Hopefully that's not too long. Hopefully we all get better weather soon, because I know some of you guys in the States are having horrible nasty weather and that horrible white stuff, which you guys deal with it a lot better than we do over here. It's like you guys get a couple of foot of snow and you're still going to work. Sorry about that, I had a phone call. So, yeah, you guys in America deal with that white stuff. I'm not going to say it because it just jinx it. You guys deal with the white stuff a lot better stateside than we do. You get a few feet of snow and you're ploughing it away and you're still going to work and school and everything. And over here, you get less than an inch of snow, the whole country comes to a standstill because we don't have the, well, we do have the infrastructure in place. It just they don't want to make sure the roads are gritted and ploughed and everything in enough time for everyone to do it, and nobody knows how to drive in the snow properly here. And honestly, I don't think our roads would handle it if we all started chucking chains on our tyres. It's bad enough with all the potholes as it is, and not being repaired properly. But hey, we must get on with these things. So yeah, I definitely think you guys deal with it a lot better than we do. We don't do snow here. We're okay to play in the snow, but carrying our day-to-day lives in the snow is another thing, because we don't have it as bad as you guys. But to turn you around, we made it across the field down there, and oh, nice funky looking tree. So this is the bit we're going to today. In another video I'll do another bit of the country park, but this is Hastings Country Park Nature Reserve, a Fairlight Road picnic site. And here, let's see, you're entering a pay and display car park. And the parking charges here are diabolical. But you see, a reminder of the countryside code. Now these guys are great, Project Rewild. These guys, not so much. But as you can see, we were here, top of North Seat, and we just come down just that small way, and we're here at the corner of Martini Lane, Fairlight Road. What's that one? I'm not sure what that one's called, but that's where we are. It's public toilets, which are open today, that's all right. But from where we started at North Seat, you can actually walk the whole of the country park. You can walk, as we got here, to the picnic site. You see all the benches and that laid out. They used to be able to have barbecues. I don't know if you are now, but you can walk through here and get to the next bit of the nature reserve, which is the Fire Hills, and from there you can walk down through the glens and get to the East Hill near the town. And there's actually a nudist beach down there. So this is RAF Fairlight. During the Second World War, RAF personnel included large numbers of Women's Auxiliary Air Force lived here. And they worked at the RAF base near to the current day Coast Guard station in the Fire Hills. The base provided, I'm sorry about this, let's try and cover that out of the wind a bit. The base provided early warning of low-flying enemy aircraft approaching the south coast between Hastings and Rye, and it became operational as a chain home low radar station on the 16th of July 1940. Apparently a Type 52 scanner was located on the cliffs near the base, and this radar equipment detected and tracked aircraft flying as low as 500 feet. and used a higher frequency than the original chain home system, operated with smaller antennas that swept back and forth. So these were vital low radar stations, and they gave Spitfires and Hurricane pilots an extra 20 minutes to get airborne. So 20 minutes extra is a long slog. Right, so dangerous work. So because of the Stuka air dive bombers, the station here was surrounded by anti-aircraft guns and had its own air raid shelter. And I think I've seen an air raid shelter when I've been in the Fire Hills, so definitely one we're going to have to do. Let's go take a trip into the Fire Hills, do another video. So you can still have a barbecue here, but it's only at this particular station, which is actually full of water at the moment. Right, okay. So, just flip this camera around. There we are. So that is just a small little video from North Seat to the Fairlight Road picnic site in the Hastings Country Park Nature Reserve. Yeah, it was very cold. I'm off to get my coffee. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment. I think we're going to say North Seat as the comment this time. So you just leave a comment saying North Seat to say you've watched it. It's North Seat to say that you've watched it. Don't forget to subscribe, share this out on your social media, on your community pages. Let's try and get to that 1,000 subscribers properly. And make sure you stay safe wherever you are in the world. I'll see you later. Bye.